it. Zapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here. You take lead. Another win, but who's counting? Wish Tama could have seen this.
Let's finish it.
I need a minute. Hold on. Let's see what you got. Back in the fight. Hey! Over here!
Quick as a fox. Look for yourself. Convoy to the right.
Thanks, soldier. Let's see what you got.
Get around. alone. I'm rooting for the skeletons.
Right behind you. That's it for me. That's more like it. Hey, over here. Back on my feet. Come and get me! I got back on my feet. Let's see what you got. target? Come and get me! Try. Quiet as the depths.
I'm rooting for the skeletons. Let's see. You're bleeding!
Coming from the right. Not looking so good. Need a minute.
Onward!
What's the target? Hey! Over here! You take lead.
Careful next time.
Let's see what you got. Come and get me! Next one's mine.
Your reputation is well deserved. So, this is how you imprison a god.
Keep your guard up. I gotta live to tell this tale. Let's see what you got. That's more like it. Hey! Over here!
Won't get moving.
Back on my feet.
Back on my feet.
Take it off.
Faster, I say!
Where's my mark? Let's see what you got. Come and get me! Burn! Back in the fight.
Careful next time.
Give me a second. Hey! Over here! Burning!
Much better, thank you.
Let's see what you got.
Quick as a fox!
Come and get me! Next one's mine.
Gather round!
Everyone okay?
You have come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, the rot, we feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your dream scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. fist of empire. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. The people's cries ring in our... She pierces us now. Now, we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into it. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. A mountain of essence. We strain, but we were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now, a chance to regrow. We hear your words. You met death and imposed. We only want you, oh, give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. As you left the city in the desert to rot, with the plague creeping after them, you may not wish it, but we have become bound to each other. We deserve more than this. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? Yes, the time has come. End our pain. Give us peace. So be it. It has been so long. Our leaves curl and break. End it. Silence. We are done. Peace.
those depths.
It's paradise. It would
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power. Beyond all mortal understanding. Glad it's not just me. Unfortunately, we don't have time to recuperate. Whatever happened back there? It appears our work isn't finished yet.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone too...
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our...
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the drain. And those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an archmage in...
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so...
Always better than the reverse.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapado?
Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sapadal is gone. For better or worse, the spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and Sapadal in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now the survivors fight. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever...
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
They marched in with no warning. I couldn't... Envoy, what does the girl...
How...
What happens in Dawnshore shall ripple across the living lands.
The envoy.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden.
When you didn't return, we took you for...
What did you see there? The god you felt in?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been... Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
I will not grovel at the envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
Consider yourself blessed to be so ignorant, then. Thirdborn lost more good people than wardens with wit.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of the soul. How did you put an end to it, Envoy?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen.
Yes, yes, you said that. Are we supposed to just take you at your word?
It was Ludwine who called. She and her steel garrote.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days.
Ludwig's run through the militia like a whirl.
All right, let's keep the similes.
Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will... I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think...
We've had no news from inside for several days. From what we can observe,
Is there nothing our people can do?
given the state of our supply route, we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food.
Well... the queen that...
Strike them down!
You can't hide.
I heard hold it.
burned queen. Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall. There you are. Envoy.
So, you survived the garden. The turquoise giant. The sad hunter. Exactly as it should be. Your loyalty is a pledge, but I wonder. I'll be the judge of that. Before I accept you into the renowned. I thought this might happen. Farewell.
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall. There you are.
So, and now the Is it? Your lord. There's before I thought.
What a shame it has to end like this.
and wrong!
Demands your submission. Stand against her and fall. There you are.
Stop and the turquoise giant. Exact. Your look like.
What a shame it has. Again, won't help me. One last time. Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
Ça c'est bon ça. Tu l'as tapé. Et voilà, c'est bon. Nickel. Impeccable.
Silence falls over Paradise, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapadal dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence. The Adiran forces assemble around you, ready to accept new orders. Whatever happens next, their loyalty is yours. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. The Living Lands is now a colony of the Adiran Empire, and you are its king. The Ascendant Steel Garrote demand that you rule them with a strangling fist, and you oblige them. Under your leadership, all worship of the gods is outlawed, save for worship of Wodaka. You replace the settlement's leaders with loyal captains from the Steel Garrote, and your followers work tirelessly to tame the frontier. Though you promise them an age of order and discipline is just over the horizon, peace forever feels just out of reach. You find yourself looking over your shoulder. You wait for a knife in the back. The rebels of Paradise come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwolf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. In time, the people of Emerald Stair return to their city of Fior Messiverno. However, the Steel Garrote does not tolerate forbidden research. Animancy is forced into dark alleys, away from the eyes of the law. Anyone found practicing animancy is sentenced to death. The people of Shatterscarp find themselves caught between two sides, with Adirans keeping rule over the colony, and Dream Thralls still stalking the hills. Despite the steady flow of Adiran goods, some Thirdborners leave the city, trusting their chances with monsters more than those with an empire. The ones who remain watch with wariness and patience, waiting to see if Adir might let down its guard. For a brief but hopeful moment, Solace Keep opens the fortress doors to the new rulers of the Living Lands, allowing Adirans to come and go as they please. But the peace does not hold. Lacking patience for the Empire's unyielding demands, Mihala shuts the doors once again, issuing a warning. Those who trespass in Solace Keep will not leave alive. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running. He finds a town that's been diminished by struggle, conflict, and tragedy. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradise and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the impossible. Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless,
the restlessness never goes away. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sappadal never had. You promise to cherish it. An eerie quiet pulls you out of reverie. Your enemies are vanquished, and you alone stand triumphant. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Ça, c'est fait. Voilà. Et ben nickel, merci d'avoir regardé. Et à plus pour un nouveau jeu. Salut.